same 4 years. It's kind of funny. Last week in chapel, Jake he's giving sermon. He starts with talking about how it's his 30th class reunion. And I said, stop telling everyone how old we are.
Yeah.
It's me, Jacob, and your brother. Yeah.
And then those steps.
I know. They just get so long.
Yep. Especially when you're carrying all this equipment.
Yeah. I got to carry just an iPad, so
That's good. I had about 55 pounds. This is nice out. No rain.
I know. Yesterday, it was actually nice for the soccer game because it was overcast, so it was not so steeping hot. It was actually nice.
I'll tell you what, that breeze is awesome.
I would say if we have the windows open here, we'll get a much better breeze than what we're getting on
Oh
the
yeah,
field.
the players have already said how hot it is down there on the back. I was talking to Coach Fleet.
For soccer games, the two teams sit on either side, and then I sit directly in between because I'm the administrator on duty. And I just sit there going, it's so blasted hot. Then I come up here to sign my scorekeeper, and I'm like, it's so good up here in the breeze. And I'm, yeah.
They have a little tower over there that you get you a big fan. That's Morrison Aircraft Center.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna.
No?
Oh.
Well, it'll be cool here in another month. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because then at least I'm in here, and we can turn on the heat.
Yeah.
And it's funny seeing a Johnny.
I know. Trying to put on this stuff. How's school going, Connor?
Good. First week, so nothing crazy too much. But it's my last semester, so.
You see the finish line.
Yeah, I got a big capstone class, got a big old essay and stuff like that. But
Gotcha.
time for a few months, then we're done, so.
Man. Yeah, I'll make those like when I played. You could just slide them things on. They make them so tight.
Now, when you look at the jerseys, they don't have the shoulder pads
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels, we did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
Here, Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling, In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
In 4 years, this could be you!
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here at Concordia High School. It's good to be back home here. I'm a former alum here of Concordia. My name's Ryan Dellinger. I'll be your host for this Summit Athletic Conference matchup between the Concordia Cadets and the visitors on the scoreboard, the Homestead Spartans. Both of these teams come into this matchup. They are both 1-0 on the season, and both of them coming off easy victories in week number 1, where Concordia was able to take down Southside decisively, and Homestead thrashed a Northrop team that's a little undermanned this year out at Homestead last week. Once again, Heritage 1-0, Concordia 1-0. The head coaches for each team. Chad Zalman's in his 19th year with Homestead. He's won 53 and 48 in those 19 years. Tim Manigal is back under the helm here at Concordia after a few years off. He's 60 and 68 in 12 years at Concordia. The Sagarin ratings for Homestead sit at 75.61, good for 46 overall, 21st in Class 6A. Concordia sits at 59.98, good for 134th overall, and 31st in Class 3A. Once again, the last outing for Homestead, it was a 50-14 victory over Northrop, and Concordia took down Southside 32-18, where they got out early and never really looked back. These two teams met 1 year ago today. It was Homestead winning 59-14 right here, right out at Homestead last year. And it's a beautiful night here at Concordia High School, as we've got about 75 degrees right now, and it'll probably get down around 70 before we get to kickoff here in about 23 minutes here at Concordia High School. A nice crowd has already started to gather right in front of me here, and it looks like the student section starting to file in as well for the home team. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got to pay some bills. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive is celebrating their 70th year in business. Shop all 14 of their brands at drivekelly.com. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. They've got other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, and engine diagnostics. At ProFed Credit Union, you're invited to join the credit union there. To better serve you, sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join today and let ProFed start owning your own financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, that's OttenweilerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball player in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or getting your driver's license reinstated, Jolly Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration provides top-notch commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfectant services throughout Northeast Indiana. That's Sioka Cleaning and Restoration. Online degrees at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. To learn more about our services, log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We continue on here on the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show at Concordia High School. And why don't we go ahead and take a look at the other games that are going on around the area this evening. Over in the NE8, Columbia City at Delta, that is a 7:30 start. East Noble at Northwood. It'll be Garrett at DeKalb, Heritage at Norwell, Huntington North at Jay County, Leo on the road tonight at Angola, New Haven at Eastbrook. That should be a good one. Both undefeated there, and New Haven off to a good start with a big win last week over Marion. That game is at 7:30. And then the last game is South Adams at Belmont. In the Summit Athletic Conference, Bishop DeWenger at Northside tonight, just down the street here at Chambers Field. Bishop Lures at Wayne. Snyder and a big one at Carroll. That is, I believe, our Parkview Sports Medicine big matchup of the night out there at Carroll. Southside at Northrop. And, of course, we've got this one between Homestead and Concordia. All of those games are at 7:30 starts. Over in the ACAC, Bluffton at Manchester. It's East Side at Adams Central. That should be a really good one between two high-powered teams, both of them with huge wins last week. Heritage at Norwell, Huntington North at Jay County, Madison Grant at Southern Wells. It is South Adams at Belmont, and Woodland trying to get their first win of the season. They are at Central Noble. All of those games in the ACAC will kick off at 7 p.m. So a big night of high school football here. Some interesting matchups for sure around the area. Also, if you would like to become a sponsor here of any of our high school sports, we'd love to hear from you. Or if you'd like to join us as an announcer or a filmer or somebody would just like to come in and take still photos, we'd love to hear from you here on Summit City Sports. Go to SummitCitySports.com, get a hold of Jeff Mahoney there, and he can get you started with a great package for advertisement or on your way to a career here with us on Summit City Sports. Well, it's that time that we're going to take a look at the top plays from last week, and we're going to let this run, and here are some of the best plays from last Friday night.
And once again, it's going to be a run thrash, and he goes all the way to the end zone.
It was great to have high school football back this past Friday, and in week one, defenses shined in wins for Carroll and Snyder. Concordia coach Tim Manigault is back, and his team responded, and Eastside ran away with an impressive win versus Woodland, and Adams Central was absolutely dominant.
The Kelly Automotive Group is proud to sponsor the Summit City Sports top 10 players of the week.
Coming in at number 10 is a familiar face in Wayne running back Lamarian Nelson. Against a reloaded Bishop Dwenger defense, Nelson enforced his will to the tune of 204 yards on 28 carries with a touchdown.
Makes one miss and hurdles right over Davis for the score. Wayne back in this ball game.
None better than this 45-yard run in the fourth quarter.
Cuts it back. Lamarian Nelson.
Columbia City QB Colton Piper had an impressive first start, passing for 3 touchdowns and leading his team to a 31-7 win over Cherubusco. Piper found receivers Peyton Shearer, Ethan Sievers, and Stratton Fuller for 6. He also had 3 punts, averaging 33 yards per attempt.
The Swagger comes in motion again. This time the handoff is to Fox. He breaks up, gets a little bit of room, and he's going all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans! Brett Fox takes it 60 yards to the house.
In at number 8, Homestead running back Brett Fox. He picked up right where he left off after an impressive sophomore season. Fox averaged 10.2 yards per carry and scored 2 touchdowns in the 50-14 win over Northrop. Fox finished the night with 13 carries for 132 yards. Looking has a man, and that's Talamantes with the stick. Many were expecting fireworks in the opening game at Spooler Stadium, and the Snyder defense takes the number 7 spot. Lucas Rohrbacher led the Panthers with 13 tackles. Zion Green and Nick Talamantes in the front 7 brought some serious pressure. Rolling to his right, it's going to be a QB keeper for Bodie Dickerson, but nowhere to go. And Brandon Logan had an interception in the 20-18 win over Northside. After graduating the Northeast Indiana Player of the Year, Eastside rolled on the ground in the 50-24 win against Woodland. Briar Muncie rushed 16 times for 201 yards with 2 scores. Dax Holman added 123 yards on 9 carries and 2 touchdowns, while QB Carson Jacobs rushed for 90 yards with 2 tutties and completed 4 of 8 for 86 yards with another score. Concordia has an offense looking to light up the SAC. The cadet duo of quarterback Eli Maddox and wide receiver Johnny Washington come in at number 5. And 5 plays into the game, Maddox catches Washington in stride on this 39-yard score. The senior signal caller completed 14 of 24 passes for 171 yards with 3 touchdowns. Washington had 3 receptions for 114 yards, all touchdowns in the 32-18 win at Southside.
It's a foot race. Washington is gone. Johnny Washington wins the race.
We knew the Carroll defense was going to be good, but dang, 15 tackles for a loss in the 50-3 win at Lures. Dylan Bennett led the team with 9 tackles and 3 TFLs. Ashton Pasetsky and Solomon Oduma had 6 tackles and 3 tackles for a loss. Pasetsky also had 2 of the Chargers' 5 sacks and had a forced fumble, which Michael Dirkman returned to the house. Jorge Valdez also got a pick. Norwell and its offensive line made it look easy in the 22-7 win at Mississinawa, and leading the way was running back Drew Ringer. The junior ran for 229 yards on 36 carries. Check out this pancake block on the first play of the game by senior guard and Bowling Green commit Brody Bolin. Coming in at number 2 is New Haven quarterback Donovan Williams. The junior had the Bulldogs offense rolling, reminding many of the good old days. Williams completed 12 of 18 passes with a pair of touchdown throws to James Barnes, while looking comfortable in the pocket. He also ran for 47 yards on 5 carries, including this electric 18-yard touchdown. And your Northeast Indiana Game Night Player of the Week is Bishop Dwenger's C.J. Davis. It didn't take long for the Marshall commit to make an impression for the Saints. Quarterback Sam Campbell finds Davis on this screen, and with great blocking, CJ takes it 88 yards to the house.
Uh-oh, he could take it the distance over the 50. C.J. Davis, after the interception, will take it to the house from 78 yards out for the score. Dwanger's rolling.
In the third quarter, Davis gets behind the defense on this 68-yard score. He finished the night with 5 receptions for 191 yards with 2 touchdowns. He also had 10 tackles, 3 passes defended, and an interception in the Saints' 35-13 win versus Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group would like to congratulate all the players that made this week's Summit City Sports Top 10 list. And good luck next week.
This week on Summit City Sports, Garrett travels to DeKalb. Bishop lures to Wayne, and Northrop will host Southside with all teams looking for win number 1. Homestead travels to Concordia with both teams coming off impressive wins. Northside will host Bishop Dwenger as Bodie Dickerson faces his old team. And in what could determine the SAC championship, Snyder travels to Carroll. Special guest Jabbar Robinson will be in the booth to help break down the play of these two amazing defenses. All games can be seen here on Summit City Sports.
Well, we've had the national anthem. Both teams are back in their locker rooms right now. While they're in their locker rooms, let's go ahead and take a look at the Homestead's team here. First, we'll take a look at their quarterback is Peyton Slavin on the season, 12 for 22, 177 yards. And that was good for 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions last week. His long was 75 and a QBR of 73.5. He's got some help in the backfield, and Mr. Futchis is back there with him. He had 13 carries last week for 132 yards. That was good for a 10.2 average, and his long was 60, and he also chipped in with 2 touchdowns. Yenser and Thrash also had a touchdown each last week, and it was Thrash with 6 carries for 38 yards. We also saw Rivera out of the backfield. He had 6 carries for 78 yards, but he didn't find pay dirt last week. He'll be looking to find it today here in this game. On the receiving core, they've got themselves some pretty good ones in there. Exer had 4 receptions last week, 102 yards and a touchdown. It was Grant Leeper with 3 catches, 24 yards, and a touchdown for this high-powered Homestead team. And looking at their defense, got to get over here to their defense. Who led them in tackles last week? That was Schaff. He had 9 total tackles last week. I believe Shepard last week had a half sack along with Martz. And who else had big-time tackles last week for this team? It was Weibel and Sorry, I'm going to butcher this name. It's Lindko, I think is how you say it. He had 5 tackles as well for Homestead. They had some interceptions last week. It was a Little who had 1, and Elward who had 2 for this Homestead defense. And their kicker tonight, kicking off will be Nipshear, and doing the punting duty tonight will be McLaughlin. So that's a look at this Homestead squad. For Concordia, their quarterback is Eli Maddox. Last week he was 14 for 24 for $171. He went for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and that was good for a QBR of 120. He had a good weekend, and the young man he found a couple times last week early in that matchup was Johnny Washington. 3 catches, 114 yards, and he also had 3 touchdowns as well, and his long was 47 yards. They hooked up early and often and put Southside away very quickly. Okawo is their running back. He had 16 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown as well. And Maddox also ran one in himself, so he was responsible for 4 touchdowns last week in that win over Southside. Looking at their defense, it starts with their middle linebacker, James Rusher. 10 tackles last week for the young man. He's an outstanding defensive player. And they had some Grant Hayworth chipped in with 2.5 sacks last week, along with Cage and Rusher. Both had a sack and a half, and Wood also with a sack last week for Concordia. So they've got themselves a pretty good defense again. Gage chipped in with 6 tackles, along with Kaczynski's 5 tackles. So they've got a team that likes to swarm to the ball, and they're going to need to do that against this really good Homestead offense. Cook as well had an interceptions last week for this Concordia team. On special teams, it'll be Hawk doing the duties as the kicker. He'll be doing kickoffs and field goals, and Eli Maddox will be doing double duty tonight. He'll also be the punter tonight for this Concordia team. So that's a look at both teams. Should be an interesting matchup here at Concordia tonight. Both of these teams could sit in the driver's seat after tonight, because you've got big matchups all around the area. The big one out at Carroll tonight between the 1-0 Chargers and the visitors, the Snyder Panthers. They will play tonight without their leading running back, Langston Level. I think I saw that on Twitter earlier today, that he will not play in tonight's matchup against Carroll. So that's a big loss for the Snyder Panthers. The winner of that one really could control their destiny all the way through the whole season. Another one is just down the street here, about I'm going to say about a mile, as Bishop DeWenger takes on Northside tonight. Northside lost to Snyder last week by 2. While Bishop DeWenger went on the road and took down a good Wayne team out there at Wayne. I believe that was at Wayne last week. So these early season matchups here could already determine who could fight for the top in this Summit Athletic Conference. During our ProFed Credit Union halftime scoreboard show, at halftime we will try to give you all of the scores from around the area, including the SAC, the NE8, and the ACAC. We'll take our final time out here on the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. When we come back, we will have the start of this matchup. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
Welcome back here to Concordia. We are just about 5 seconds away from getting this contest underway here. Your starting game time temperature presented by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. It's 77 degrees here in Fort Wayne. We've got a slight breeze. Oh, now it has changed and coming out of the southeast a little bit. We know we're going to have a big-time warm-up here later on tomorrow night into Sunday. Going to get close to 90 degrees for hopefully the final time here in Northeast Indiana. It looks like we're going to get some real fall temperatures towards the middle of next week. In fact, I think next Friday night's football games, you could be talking about temperatures in the mid to low 60s at game time. I see next Friday's temperature only 72 degrees during the day, so a big difference in temperatures in 1 week here in Northeast Indiana. The Concordia Cadets faithful down to our right. The Homestead Spartans student section is filled up quite nicely across the way from us. You can see the Concordia baseball diamond when we pan out here over to the right. And this field looks great, and we are ready to go for Summit Athletic Conference action. These two teams have, in years past have played some really close matchups. We saw one that went off the goalpost a few years ago, and that could have determined the game, and Concordia ended up losing that game to Homestead. So these two teams like to play fast. They like to play a high-scoring matchups, and we'll see if tonight is the same. And it looks like Concordia won the coin flip. That's Justin Shippey, our head official down there, and he says they won it. They defer, so Homestead will get the ball as we get going here at Concordia. Homestead fans, you've got to be really impressed with your girls volleyball team this year. They're off to a great start for Jessica Holzclaw. We've already had them a few times here on Summit City Sports. Last I checked, just one loss, and that came to a good Andrean team last weekend, who last year was in the semi-state. So that is a very good team that they played last week, and we'll have Homestead on a few more times this year. And Concordia, we've already had you once in volleyball on, but we're going to have you this coming Wednesday night when you take on Leo. And we're going to get a chance to take a look at the renovated new gym. And I went down and talked to some of the football coaches, and I asked, did they finally put air conditioning in the gym? Because when I played basketball here at Concordia for Coach Glenn Parrish and Jack Masucci, it was considered the sweat box because there was no air moving around in there, and it would get super hot. And hopefully they put some air conditioning in there, and it'll be more comfortable for everyone. We are ready to go. Chris Hawk, he has got the football, he's got the tee, and he is ready to go. He's going to throw one ball away and keep the one he wants here. Late run on here for Concordia. Homestead's got number 19 back there. That is Brett Futches. And I think that is, looks like number 5. I can't tell just yet. And here we go. We're underway. It's a little squib kick. Comes here to the near side, takes a big hop, goes off one of the upbacks. Picked up there by number 23. Steps through one tackle, and he'll have good starting position for his Homestead Spartans. 23 on the carry. That was Kale Swagger. So Homestead will get started at their own 27. Actually, we'll move it up a little bit, and they'll say the 29 here. They'll start in a pistol formation, try to get Concordia to jump. They cannot. Slave in there. He's got number 23 standing right behind him. Concordia's showing blitz. That's Rusher. He'll pull it back, fires one over the middle, hits his receiver right in stride, and it's dropped on the play by Zach Zollman. And that would have been about a 5 or 6 yard pickup here. Cam Johnson in the backfield with Peyton Slavin. He threw it right where Rusher came from. That was good recognition by the quarterback there from Homestead. Concordia is showing man-to-man defense here. They've got two safeties back deep. Concordia once again showing blitz. It's a give right up the middle. Not much room there for Cam Rogers. Cam Rogers no longer there. And it'll be 3rd down and long now for Homestead. Out on that far side, they'll put Mason Exer and number 19 out there on that right side. That's Brett Futches. Here to the near side, it looks like Nick Schultes. And straight drop over the middle, and a quick pitch and catch, and it's close to first down yardage, and they've got it. Grant Leeper with a catch, and that's enough for a Homestead Spartan. And we have our first time here to take a look at that on replay. Leopard just ran right down in there and sat down about 8 yards, and then was able with that big body to be able to get up the field. He's an outstanding player on the basketball team as well. Slavin now, a high snap. He'll give to his running back. Nowhere to go. He's stopped in the backfield. But a couple cadets didn't cover him up there, and he'll pick up a couple on that play. 3 yards there for Johnson. Slavin looks over to the sideline. They're in no hurry here. The play clock down to 20. Leeper, the big tight end, here to the near side. Zollman here to the near side as well, and 2 receivers up to the top. It'll be 2nd down and about 7. And there's a fake. He'll pull it back. He steps up in the pocket, throws on the run, finds Leeper, runs around one player, through a tackle, down the sideline, and picks up another first down. So for the first time this evening, it is Homestead into Concordia territory. It's down to about the 41. Concordia backing out here. They showed, man, it looks like they're going to go into a zone. It's a give. Johnson runs to the outside through one tackler, around another one, and he'll have enough for a first down and a pickup of about 11. Concordia's had pretty good upfield containment. They've just been able to get around them. Ball sits at the 30 now of Concordia. Start getting into this area where you've got to be really ready for the big fella, Grant Leeper. You can just throw it up to him. A snap and the give. Here's Johnson again. Not much room over there, but he'll lunge forward for a couple. 3 on that play. He's up to 17 yards already here in the first drive. The offensive line doing a nice job of opening up some holes here for the running back. Ball sits at the 28. High snap. He'll pull it back. He'll fire to the outside and dropped again out there by Zollman. So 2 drops here early, and that might have hurt Zollman on that play. His left hand, it looked like it hit directly on his fingers. I saw that in a volleyball match last night over at Snyder, where a girl went to, instead of bump the ball to the setter, tried to set it to the setter. And she looked down and her finger looked like an L. So it happens. Take your eye off the ball for just a second, and the next thing you know, your finger's an L. It's 3rd down and long now for Homestead. 3rd and 7. They picked up one earlier from this down and distance. Got to be ready for Leeper, and they're going to call number 6 out there for taking off a little bit early. Mason Exer with the false start. He took off just a tick too early. I could see it from over here. So that will move back the Spartans, and I believe it will be 3rd down and about 13. Yep, 3rd down and 13 at the 33. Concordia once again not showing anything too early. There's the fake. Slavin steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right. He's got some real estate out there. He's going to get out of bounds. He's not going to pick up the first down, but it might be enough for Coach Chad Zollman to just decide to go for it from this down and distance. Kind of in no man's land there. Not sure if their kicker has the leg to get it that far. Right now, that ball is sitting at the 31, so it'd be a 48-yard field goal attempt for Homestead if they tried it. And the whole Homestead team looking over to the sideline to see if they are going to try a field goal. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 6. Actually, that ball's sitting at the 26-yard line, so it'd be a 43-yard attempt. Leaper's got one-on-one coverage down here on this near side. And Concordia will blitz. He'll find it, throws it almost picked off, and Concordia will take it over on downs at their own 26-yard line. So a good stand there by the Concordia defense as they hold Homestead to no points here on drive number 1. That'll bring out Eli Maddox and the offense of Concordia. And they, too, will start in the pistol formation here. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 up top. The single running back there. And it's a roll by Maddox. He'll look, he'll fire on the run. He's got his receiver out there. He slips a little bit. He'll get out over the 30 and pick up about 4 yards. That was number 6 on the play, but we've got a flag as Avery Cook had the reception. We'll see what the flag was. It's an eligible receiver downfield by the Cadets. That'll move them back 5, and it'll be a 1st down and 15 for Concordia. I'll move it back to the 21. Concordia had a good play designed there on their first play. They just had an illegal man downfield. Somebody must have covered up somebody, and that caused it. And now here we go. The play clock is starting to roll once again. Maddox will run back into the huddle. Trip receivers to the near side. Maddox will look. A blitz comes. He fires right down the middle. Oh, almost picked off there by Homestead. Number 2 had his eyes on it, Wyatt Little. And that would have been his 2nd interception of the year. Hit him right in the hands. So that'll bring up 2nd and 15 from the 21. Little catches that one in stride. He probably takes it back for a touchdown. Once again, trip receivers here. Nobody will cover up the slot receiver. The snap. Maddox will look right. He'll throw. Got a receiver in stride. That's number 11 with the catch of Johnny Washington. And he's out to about the 32-yard line. And that'll pick up about 8 on that play for Washington. 3rd down and 4 from their 32. Actually, he got 11 on that play. And now they'll send those trip receivers up to the top. Johnny Washington had big-time yardage last week. He's single coverage here on the near side. Here's a high snap. The blitz, the throw over the middle. They've got Washington in stride, and he picks up the 1st down. Perfect pitch and catch between Washington and Eli Maddox. Not sure if the safety there didn't realize that they had single coverage there on a Johnny Washington. So I'm not sure if that was a mix-up in coverage by the defense, but it was enough to put Concordia inside Homestead territory at the 49. And Maddox again, he'll fire underneath. He's got a receiver over there. Number 23's got some room. He'll run to the outside. That is Noah Trent with the reception. And Trent will pick up, let's see, we'll give him 8 on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 2. Concordia has yet to even try to run the ball. Just simple pitch and catch right now for the Cadets. We've got 6:30 to play here in the first quarter. Homestead will now move those safeties back just a little bit more. Maddox looks to his right. 5 seconds. He'll snap it. Looks, throws on the runs, throws it a little too far out of the intended receiver there, number 23. I think that was William Thomas, I believe, was the intended target on that one. Check that out if I can get the number correct here. It's kind of hard to see the number on his jersey. So now 3rd down and 3 for the Cadets. See if Maddox might try to run one here. They'll bring trip receivers here to the near side. I think Homestead's thinking the same thing. No, they'll bring a blitz. A quick throw underneath. It's caught. It's enough for the 1st down for Maddox right. So the Cadets will keep this drive alive. A pickup of 4 when they only needed 3 results in a 1st down. We'll go under 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Maddox will stay in that pistol formation. No runs thus far for the Cadets. Snap, straight drop. He'll look, he'll roll. Comes back now to the near side. He keeps on his feet, throws on the runs, got an open receiver, but underthrows him. That was intended, I believe, for Trent, or right again. And good defense there, I believe, by number 31 of Homestead, as he came sliding in there and knocked it away. That was Aiden Shepard. So 2nd down and 10. They'll stay with that same formation here. Washington here on the near side, but Homestead seen enough of him. They've already gone to where they're going to cover him, double coverage, and make somebody else beat him. Maddox will roll, throws on the run. Oh, and that ball, I believe it should have been a flag, but they won't call it. And I don't think he would have caught that ball. It was so far underthrown, but certainly there was contact there before the ball arrived. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 now from the 37. Yeah, the Concordia staff says the same thing. They hit him before the ball was even close. Here's Maddox again. 3rd down. He looks, he fires deep. He's got nobody there. He had somebody running right down the seams wide open that time. I believe that was Avery Cook. So we'll see if Concordia decides to go for it on 4th and 10, or if they decide to pooch punt it here. Maddox is the punter as well. 5:25 to play here in the first quarter. We've got no score from Zollner Stadium. Well, they are showing that they are going to go for it, so they'll have 5 wide receivers. I don't believe they are. I think he's going to pooch it here because he's moving back. Yep, here it comes. A little kick high end over end. It goes inside the 15 down to the 13, and that's where Homestead will begin their their second possession. I think Homestead is still waiting for a few guys to get out on the field. Oh, now I think they got it figured out. Slavin now, he'll put Johnson to his right. And 3 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom. And he'll look right, throws right. Quick hitter to the outside, and he's able to get away from one guy. Is number 19, I think that is, on the play. Futch with his first catch of this game. And that's, I think, close enough. Nope, they'll only say he picked up about 5. Here's Slavin again. Fake right over the middle. He hit Leaper in the hands, but it was a safety, I think, that came up there and hit him. Number 21 deflected it. Evan Steep, and that breaks up what would have been a first down. .431 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 4 from the 19. Concordia shows blitz. They do blitz. They throw a quick one to the outside. It's good for a first down and more. Good speed out there. Exer with his big catch gives the Homestead Spartans a first down. So the ball moves out now to the 44-yard line. Slavin directing traffic here. He'll take the snap. He'll look. He'll fire. It's a screen out there. And Exer again, I think, with the catch. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 now. The ball out to the 48. And a quick hitter to the outside goes right through the hands of number 19. Bucks with a missed opportunity there. He had some blockers in front of him as well. Third down and 6 now from the 48. Can the Concordia defense do it again and hold them to no first down here on 3rd down? Here's the snap. He'll look. He'll fire right over the middle. Got a wide open receiver. And that's going to be plenty for a first down. A pickup of about 22 yards on the play. And that was Futch again that came in and made the big catch. And that keeps this drive alive. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Johnson right behind his quarterback here. Looks like a run play. They will give it to him. He bounces it to the outside, steps through one tackler, picks up a good gain here of about 7 yards on the play. Second and 4 now for Homestead. Neither team has been in the red zone yet. The snap, a high snap, they'll give to Johnson again. He's slowed down in the backfield and then laid out. He'll lose a couple on that one. So 3rd down now and 5. I believe Homestead is 3 of 4 on 3rd down. They're either 3 of 4 or 3 of 5 thus far here in quarter number 1. And it's been the short, quick hitters that have resulted in first downs to Leeper and Futch. Concordia shows blitz again. Here it comes. Quick throw over to the outside, and they find their man Leeper, but he's short of the first down by about a half a yard. And I'm sure Coach Chad Zalman's going to go for it here. And we'll see if he runs everybody up to the line quickly. They'll bring on another tight end. Number 87 will come on. John Deli, the 6'4" senior. We've got less than 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Yeah, I can see the quarterback, Peyton Slavin, saying, let's go, let's go. Concordia kind of doesn't know what they're doing on defense here. Now they've gotten set. Here's the snap, the give. Johnson's got enough for the first down. He'll get over the 15 down to the 14, and that's good enough for a first down. Johnson now with 22 yards here in this first quarter. 1:10 to go here in a quick first quarter. Don't forget at halftime, we will try to get all the scores we can get for you from around the area in all the conferences, and we'll try to pass them on to you. A lot of big ones around the area tonight, not only here in the Summit Athletic Conference, but over in the ACAC and the NE8. Less a minute to go here in this first quarter. Slavin awaits the snap. He'll catch it. He'll give to Johnson straight up the middle, breaks it to the outside, steps through a tackle, still on his feet, gets down close to the 10. And it's not enough for a first down, but we have a flag on the play, and that's in the area of holding, and they'll call it on Homestead. And we've got an injured Homestead Spartan. And while they attend to the injured Spartan, we will take a timeout. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience.
Well, those big old Luke Geis that was hurt on the play, he walked off on his own. Good to see that, and that'll bring up first and 14 at the 33 now for Homestead. We've got just 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Slavin rolls to his right, throws on the run, throws it to the outside, and caught out there by Leeper. Actually, that was Axer again on the catch. So it'll bring up 2nd and 4 now. He went out of bounds. That stops the clock with 21 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. And here's a give. Johnson slips but gets to the outside. He's got a blocker out there. He'll turn the corner and head for the end zone. And is he in? He is. A 33-yard touchdown on that play. Yeah, I don't think that ball was on the 33. They said it was on the 33. But I believe it was on the 23-yard line. Here's the extra point attempt. A low snap. The kick's away, and it looks to be good. And with just 12 seconds to go here in quarter number one, it is Homestead 7 and Concordia 0. We will be back in 1 minute.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
12 seconds to go here in quarter number one. It'll be Homestead kicking off now after that 18-yard touchdown run. Here's a short kick. It's going to take a hop and go out of bounds, and that'll give the Cadets good starting field position. Nipped sheer, kicked it out of bounds right around the 14, 13-yard line, and that'll move the Cadets, I believe, out to the 35. Concordia had a good first drive, all of it through the air last time, but couldn't sustain it, turned it over, and Homestead takes that all the way back down and scores a touchdown. So we'll see if the Cadets try to get something going on the ground here in their second possession. Maddox with his running back right behind him. They'll give to the running back this time. And a big hole off the left side. And it's enough for a first down. And that'll do it here for the first quarter, I believe. Trying to get a number on who ran that time. Victor Sawyer. That'll do it for quarter number one. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Making Jaden's famous spicy samosas, playing basketball, and going to the gym. Being the firstborn, quite a lot was expected of Jaden. He grew to understand this responsibility and took guidance with grace and humility. A tribute to his parents, he worked to be a man that would make his family proud. Jaden was a caring, loyal, gentle, joyous person who was always willing to help just about anyone. This kindness he extended to the world was guided by his humble Christian heart. Jaden loved and was greatly loved. Please join me in a word of prayer as we recognize the loss that the Muselli family has experienced, as well as the joy of the resurrection that we have in Christ. Let us pray. God of all grace, you sent your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ, to give us eternal life. We humbly and sincerely give thanks that by his death, he has destroyed the power of death, and by his glorious resurrection, he has opened the kingdom of heaven to all believers. We pray especially for the Muselli family, who are suffering because of this loss. We pray also for the friends and other family members of Jaden. Grant us, the Concordia community, and his family and friends, to know that because Christ lives, we shall also live, and that neither death nor life, nor things present nor things to come, shall be able to separate us from your love. This is the promise that Christ has made to Jaden, and it's the promise that he makes to us. Because we are in Christ, he is our Lord, he lives and he rules, and we will live with him forever. And we will see Jaden again when we see Christ and all the believers in him in heaven. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
The Cadet family and the Homestead families honoring Jaden Muselli, who died suddenly this past week. And they just honored him on the big screen. He had both friends at Concordia while he was a cadet, but a lot of friends over at Homestead as well. And a very touching moment here by the Cadet family. 1st and 10 on the 50 now for Concordia. Can they turn what was a nice run by, looked like it was Sawyer, Victor Sawyer on the carry. And he picked up 14 yards for a first down. Maddox will stay back there at quarterback, 2 receivers each side. He'll give this time again. Straight up the middle, another nice run there, a pickup of about 4. I said a 6-yard gain on, no, it's 4-yard gain on that one. So it'll bring up now 2nd and 6 now for the Cadets. We did have some score updates during one of the breaks here. We know Snyder trailing Carroll. Lewers was beating Wayne, and Northrop was also beating Southside, and Dwenger and Northside were tied. No score in that matchup. Quick throw to the outside, goes right through the hands of number 12 that time. Right, which would have picked up maybe about 2 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Cadets. They've had wide open receivers, especially that slot spot has been open a lot. See if they look for Grant Hayworth here. He could just run down there and sit right in that zone. No, they'll go on a run play here. Oh, and a great play as a number 8 comes up and stops the run. That is a Weibel, the linebacker, and that brings up 4th and long. Interesting, on 3rd and 6, they would go to the run. I don't think they picked up anything. They did not. So it looks like the Cadets will have to punt here on 4th and long. No, they keep the running back out there. We'll see if Homestead comes with the blitz here and doesn't give Maddox much time to throw. The snap, he'll roll. Throws over the middle, picked off. Oh, and a tough play there. We'll see who picked it off. It was number 31 who had the interception. That was Aiden Shepard. but he ran into his own guy, got tackled, and lost his helmet on the play as well. But Homestead in business now in Concordia territory. They'll spot the ball, I believe, at the 48. You can see right there, he just ran into his own guy, and down he went. And now a chance for Slavin and the Homestead Spartans to extend this 7-point lead. The snap to give. Johnson, a big hole on the left side. Oh, he thought he had all. Oh, the Bills on the ground. And Snyder, or Concordia, has it. It came out late, and the Cadets have recovered the fumble, I believe. We were waiting to see. No, they'll say he was down by contact. We'll take a look at that on the Traction AP replay. Yeah, it was after the ball was on the ground. So Slavin again with the ball. It's 2nd and 8 now. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And what have we got here? We've got a whistle and some laundry. We'll call a false start on Homestead. That'll move him back 5. I think it was one of the offensive linemen got in his stance and then just stood up. Had his hand down. Slavin once again with Johnson right behind him. Concordia is showing man-to-man coverage here. And they are in man. Here's a quick throw to the near side. He's got an open receiver on the run. That is number 6 with the catch and the touchdown. Exer with the touchdown here in quarter number 2. At the 9:31 mark, it's a 49-yard strike. So Homestead takes advantage of the turnover, and they score quickly, and they lead 13-0 here in quarter number 2. Stewart on to kick. Here's the hold. The kick's away, and it drifts left, and it goes through. 14-0 your score here at Concordia. We'll see you in 60 seconds.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
14-0 our score here. 9:31 to play in the first half. Nipshear to kick off, and he'll kick it right down the middle of the field. It'll be fielded right at about the 7. The wall was over there, and the wall was closed. And not sure if this young man's going to get up that just returned this, and looks like he's going to stay down. And they'll have to bring on the training staff here at Concordia. While they attend to the injured player, we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Welcome back here to Concordia. The training staff still attending to the young man who returned that kick. I could not see his number when he was running back. And we'll give it to you right now. He's up now and headed towards the sideline. He got whacked in there by about 3 or 4 Spartans. That was number 4, Kaczynski. And he walks off the field. So Concordia needs to get some offense going here. They need to get on the scoreboard before halftime. Maddox once again in at quarterback. They'll split the receivers to each side. Here's a snap to give. And I believe that's might have been Okiowo on that. Pickup of about, we'll give him 5 on that. And the clock goes under 9 minutes. Play clock down to 17. The snap again, the give. A nice hole up the middle. And it's close to first down yardage. We'll give it to him. 6 more there. Okwowo with another nice run right up the middle. It's enough for a first down. I think Concordia would like to run some serious time off the clock as well. Look to my right, the Kona Ice Machine guy over there has a line probably about 40 deep now. It's warm out, still in the 70s. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll have our ProFed Credit Union scoreboard show for you at halftime. Here's a pitch to the outside. Okwowo bounces it in and then back out and might have picked up maybe a yard on that play. So second down and 9 here from the Cadet, the 31. Quick score update down the street. It's 13-6 Bishop Dwenger now with 7:42 to go in the second quarter. And Bishop Lures leading Wayne at this point in the second quarter. They are up 10-7. At last check, Carroll was still ahead of Snyder by 4. Quick hitter to the outside. Oh, man, and a fumble on the play, and it's still loose. Still loose, still loose, still loose. Picked up there by number 11 of Homestead. And he wisely goes out of bounds. Schroff will pick up the pill and give Homestead great field position once again. Back-to-back turnovers have given Homestead great starts. And they'll start at the Concordia 31. Exer here on the near side. They're trying to single cover him once again. I would probably throw the same route. Here's the snap, and they'll give to Johnson. He'll try that left side. Not much sledding. He'll lose 3.
Number 22, Cam Johnson, is taken down for a loss of yards.
6:45 to go here in the first half. Two receivers here to the near side, one up to the top. They'll look, they'll fake to Johnson. Slavin looks right down the middle, throws it. He had Exer, but just overthrew him by about 6 yards. Exer split both defenders down there. So it'll bring it up 3rd and 13 now from the Cadet 33. The snap, Slavin looks, steps up in the pocket now, looks downfield, and now, we're going to have an illegal man downfield, I think. And, surprised they didn't call a crackback block there. This is going to come back, I believe. There was a couple offensive linemen that were down the field. Nope, they'll call false start. So that'll move them back another 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 18 now from the 38. Slavin with 6:03 to play here in the first half. Snap. He'll look. He's flushed. Rolls out to his right. Looks, fires on the run. He's got a guy out there, but it's not going to be enough for a first down. He's chased out of bounds. Swagger with the catch, but he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage, and we'll see if Homestead decides to go for it. It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field with 5:53 to play here in the first half. Five on the play clock. Slavin waits. He waits. He takes the snap, and I think they're going to have, I don't believe it's a delay of game. It's a timeout by Homestead. Well, while they take that timeout, we will as well. We'll see you back here at Concordia in 60 seconds.
Here are Always 100. We have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Well, they've got the scores up to our left, and Snyder's taking the lead on Carroll, 11-7. So late score there gives them the lead, and right here we've got 4th and 11 at the 31. I don't know if they have a pooch kick out of Mr. Slavin, but we'll see if they use it here. He'll take the snap, he'll roll, he'll look left, now comes back to his right. Runs through one tackler, throws on the run, he's got extra out there again, and no flag, and that'll turn the ball over to Concordia at the 31. So a turnover on downs, and here comes the Cadets offense once again on the field. We see Dwenger and Northside still 6-6 in that matchup. Concordia has turned the ball over on their last 3 possessions. They need to get on the board here before halftime. High snap handled by Maddox. He'll take a shot deep looking for Johnny Washington. Got him! Washington waited, and the ball fell right in his hands. And that is a huge play for the Cadets. That'll move them into Homestead territory. That'll get it down inside the 45, down to the 44, with 5:20 to play here in the first half. Maddox caught that high snap and just let her rip. We haven't seen single coverage on a Johnny Washington. The last time they did it, he caught a big gainer, and they'll double him up this time. Maddox looking for him again, slings a sidearm. Dangerous pass. Throwing into triple coverage over there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 4:57 to play here in the first half. Three receivers to the near side. They'll keep Washington up there to the top. Okawowo once again will try running. Ooh, he about fumbled. Keeps his feet, got the corner. Runs through 2, 3, 4 tackles for the first down. That'll take it down now to the 25-yard line. The Cadets trying to get some points here in the first half. They have not been in the red zone yet. Homestead will stay in that 3-4 defense. Here's the snap. The throw to the left side. And oh, what a catch! I think that was Maddox Wright. A one-handed snag by Maddox Wright. Wow, that was right over the top of the linebackers, in front of the safety, over his receivers, and perfectly placed by Eli Maddox. Concordia in the Parkview Sports Medicine red zone now, down at the Homestead 10-yard line. Snap, and it's an end around. They'll try to cut it back into the middle, and that was, I believe, number 6 on the carry. And that'll get it down to the 5. Avery Cook on the end around play gets Concordia a little bit closer to the pay dirt. 4:15 to play here in the first half. Watch for Maddox here. He's got good legs. And well, yeah, they do. They're going to put the three receivers to the wide side now. So that'll widen out that linebacker and a chance for him maybe to get to the outside. So watch a ball fake here. Nope, straight give right up the middle. Tough sledding in there, and down to about the 3 goes Okawowo. Third and goal now as they get down to the 3. Trying to run right behind big old Bubba Craig down there. Big play here for the Cadets, and Maddox looking over to the sideline. Thought maybe he was going to use a timeout. He does not. 11 on the play clock. He'll take a look at the defense. He's letting that play clock run down to 5, 3, 2, and they're going to use a timeout. So the Cadets will use the timeout. We'll see in 60 seconds here at Concordia.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
All right, it is 3rd down and 3 from the 3. The Cadets will stay in that same formation. Maddox will roll right. He's got some open area over there. He'll throw on the run. Looks back underneath and almost throws an interception. Yikes. And I believe that was the same young man earlier in the game that had one in stride and dropped it. Yeah, number 2, Wyatt Little. If he catches that one, he goes 97 yards for a touchdown. So Concordia is going to keep that offense out there on 4th and 3. 3:03 to play here in the first half. Now they'll split the receivers to each side. You got to watch for Maddox down here. He's double covered. They'll give it to Okawowo. He'll bounce to the outside. Nope. He's stopped at the 1. Stopped at the 1. And Homestead will take over at their own 1-yard line with a, let's see here, 2:52 to play here in the first half. Craig had a little bit of an opening there for his running back, but just couldn't get there in time. And the big defensive line and the linebackers come up to stop Concordia. They'll mark it in right on the 1-yard line. They keep flashing the scores up here. A lot of close games here in the Summit Athletic Conference. No blowouts right now. Most of the games are ties or one-possession games right now. Peyton Slavin will stand in his own end zone. Johnson right behind him. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side here. That is Exer. And they'll throw it up for grabs for Exer. He's good coverage. Great coverage there by, I think that was Kaczynski, who was injured on a kickoff return, back out there. Perfect coverage that time on Exer, and they'll go 2nd and 10 now from the 1. Does Concordia take a gamble here and come with a blitz? Slavin waits, same formation. Actually, they'll just have 1 receiver to each side. They'll give it to the back. He barely gets out of the end zone, does Johnson, and they'll say no gain on the play, and it'll stay now 3rd and 10. So Concordia can hold here. They can make it a tough punting situation for Homestead, as they will not have much room to punt the ball. Homestead going to bring on some more wide receivers here. Clock, if they don't snap it till right at zeros, it will be at 2 minutes. Slavin waits. He'll put Johnson to his right. The snap, and it's a zone read. He'll look, he'll fire. Underthrows his receiver. Had him in stride, but it is underthrown, and it'll bring up 4th down and 10 from the 1. And here comes the punting unit for Homestead. And this is when you find out how well your practices have been all week on special teams, especially when you're punting from your own 1. Concordia should get pretty good field position here. Kaczynski will start out, and I want to say he's walking around. He's just outside the 40. And I'm not sure if Homestead even cares if they get a delay of penalty. It'll only be about a half a yard if they don't get up there and snap the ball, unless they're going to use a timeout. They do. They use a timeout here at Concordia to try to figure out this punt here, a big one here with less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors here on Summit City Sports. None of this would be possible without them. Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive Group, Tom Steel Tire, ProFed Credit Union, Ottenweller Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, Jolly Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, the University of St. Francis, and of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, if you're new to Summit City Sports, right now we're covering a lot of football, a ton of soccer and volleyball. We've got some outstanding volleyball teams in the area, along with some really good soccer teams. So support your local teams. I know a lot of you watch on your TV or your tablet or your phone or whatever, but I do suggest that you get out and physically go to a game this year. Everything's wide open, lots of seating everywhere, and the kids would love to see you in the stands. All right, here we go. This is a punt from the 1 yard line. Will Concordia come with an all-out blitz? They do have Kaczynski back at the 47. Good snap, the kick's away. High end over kick, it's short. Kaczynski will let it roll, and it will take a Concordia bounce and be stopped at the 35. And do we have a flag? We do. And we'll see if Concordia just goes ahead. Nope, they're going to call a hold on Concordia. So wherever the ball was down, it'll be at the 35. They'll move Concordia back now to the 45-yard line. And they'll have some time left here in the first half, $1:48 to go. So the Cadets will get started at their own 45. 1:48 to go. They trail by 14 here in the first half. Of course, we've got the ProFed Credit Union halftime report coming up for you, and we will try to get all the scores from around the area. And there's some good ones going on right now. Here we go. Maddox now will split his receivers to each side. One running back right behind him. He'll drop back. Two-step drop. Fires. Picked off. He stared down his receiver, and that's what happens. And they're going to have to come up with a tackle here, and Maddox runs him out of bounds. Another turnover on a pass, and now Homestead in business with short time here in the first half. And they'll say he is stopped at the 38. So Slavin once again, he waits. He'll look at the defense here. Yeah, he realizes Concordia's in a too-deep zone here. The snap, he'll fire quickly to the outside. He's got his receiver out there, and this is going to be a first down and more. Still on his feet as much as he keeps going, drags tacklers all the way to the end zone. What a play. A 38-yard touchdown. Here comes the extra point. And that ball gets dropped, picked up, and the kick is away. And it is good. Your score 21-0. Homestead over Concordia with 1:25 to play here in our first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll see you in 60 seconds at Concordia.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Welcome back here to Concordia. Homestead late here in this first half, takes advantage of another turnover. 5 of them here in the first half between actual turnovers and turnovers on downs have led to easy points. Here's Koszynski. He'll fake, now runs back and gets walloped again. He'll get to the 20, and that's it. So we'll see what Concordia decides to do here. If they decide to just try to run out the clock here and get into the locker room and regroup, they will get the ball when we start the second half, or if they try to unleash Maddox to Washington again. That last interception that Maddox threw, he just simply stared down his receivers. There were, if it wasn't one guy, another guy would have picked it off for Homestead. Concordia with 2 receivers to each side. 1:16 to play here in the second half. Maddox will turn and give to his running back. He'll run, has a big opening, gets out over the 30 to the 32, and it's a first down. And Concordia in no hurry here. I think they would be content to just getting in the locker room and regrouping. Bishop Luers leads Northrop at halftime, or excuse me, Wayne. They recovered a fumble right at the half and got a touchdown, and they're up now over Wayne. So big one out on the south side of town. That play is going nowhere. And they'll call a late hit on Homestead. Not sure, though. That was number 31 fell over his own guy and just simply landed on the cadet player. So Justin Shippey, our head official here, he'll tell us it's a personal foul. And we'll see if it's 15 yards or 5. I believe it is a... if it's 15 yards, it's going to be enough for a cadet first down. It is. And the official said, come on, guys, get out of the way. And that'll move it out now to the 45. 35 seconds to go here. in this first half. At halftime, it's 14-14, DeKalb and Garrett. And now Maddox will wait. He'll fake. He'll roll to his right. Too late. He wants to get his guy to move up the field. He had his receiver out there really early. He was wide open. Didn't throw it to him, and now throws it out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go in the first half. Maddox will trot back out to the huddle here. It's 20-20 between Dwenger and Northside at halftime. Northside gets 2 late touchdowns, and that's how we get that thing tied up. Here's a give up the middle. That goes nowhere, though. Might award him a yard. They do. And that could do it here for the first half at Concordia. And we'll see if Coach Manigault decides that's it. He's seen enough. And let's go to the locker room and get ready to go for the second half. He does. So we'll head to halftime here at Concordia with a 21-0 lead by the visitors. We'll see you in about 7 minutes. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going, and so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here.
The Cadet Marching Band out on the field right now. It's time to take a look at our scores on the ProFed Credit Union scoreboard. First, looking over in the NEA, it is Delta and Columbia City. Neither team has scored yet. They didn't get started until 7:30. It's Northwood leading East Noble 13-0. Garrett and DeKalb tied at 14 apiece. It's Norwell clobbering Heritage 35-0. Let's see here. It was Angola leading Leo 9-0. A good one down at Eastbrook as they lead New Haven 14-12. In the Summit Athletic Conference, Dwenger and Northside tied at 20. Lures, after a late fumble at the end of the first half, they now lead Wayne 24-15. Carroll with a late touchdown. They lead Snyder 14-11. And at halftime, it is Southside 6, Northrop 3. Over in the ACAC, Bluffton leads Manchester 15-0. Eastside and Adams Central in a close one. It's 14-10. Huntington North leads Jay County 20-7. Madison Grant clobbering Southern Wells 33-0. And Woodland leading Central Noble 16-6 at half. Those are all of your scores on the ProFed Credit Union scoreboard here at Concordia High School. Well, Concordia is going to need to stop turning the ball over. 5 turnovers in the first half between on downs and actual turnovers, between fumbles and interceptions. They're going to need to hold on to the rock. They will get the ball here to start our second half, and they're going to need it if they're going to get back into this game with Homestead. Homestead with the big strike capabilities between Slavin and Exer and Futches here in the first half led to one-play drives that turned into touchdowns after turnovers. And Johnson also gets into the act in the first half. He had an 18-yard touchdown run with just 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. So once again, they flash up on the scoreboard here. Some of the scores are not correct, but a few of them were there, and the ones I gave you were spot on for those halftime scores from around the area. Don't forget, next week, a lot of volleyball back on here on Summit City Sports. We will be at Blackhawk on Monday. They will take on Belmont. Then we'll head down to Decatur, and they will take on their rivals, Heritage. And that game is a 7 o'clock start. And then we will be at Concordia on Wednesday as they will host the Leo Lions in an early season good matchup between two high-level teams. Lots of soccer as well coming up next week as well. So a full slate of action, and then it'll be back to Friday night football on Friday night. And we'll have a lot of games from around the area once again for you to enjoy. Once again, we should thank our sponsors here on Summit City Sports: Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive, Tom Steel Tire, ProFed Credit Union, Ottenweller Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, Jolly Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, the University of St. Francis, and, of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. If you would like to become a sponsor of high school sports, we'd love to have you. Just go to our website, SummitCitySports.com, and contact Jeff Mahoney, and he's got the perfect package for you and your business. Well, that'll do it for the ProFed Credit Union halftime report. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. You've been watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
Here are Always 100. We have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids just able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed.
Well, the ball's teed up and we're ready to go for the second half here at Concordia. The Cadets will receive, and they need to get off to a quick start here in this half if they want to get back into this one. And it's a low line drive kick. It'll take one hop and come down right at the 10. Patience on the kickoff here, and a nice one. It'll get out to about the 29 or 30 yard line. They'll say to the 30. So the Cadets with good starting field position here in the second half. Can Maddox clean up the passing game and keep the ball away from the defenders of Homestead? And see if they try to get that run game going again. They had some decent success with it in that first half. Once again, they'll split the receivers to each side. Washington way up to the top of your screen. Homestead once again in that 3-4 look. And here's a give. Not much on this one. A pickup of about 3 on that carry. Sawyer on the carry. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Just a beautiful night for high school football. The breeze is swirling here at Zollner Stadium. 1 second it's out of the south and then turned around to the north. Here's Maddox. He'll look. He looks. Fires. Too far out of the reach of Wright. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. He threw that one off his back foot and didn't get much into it. So 3rd down and 7 here for the Cadets. Three receivers up top, one here to the near side. Maddox waits, gets it. He'll step back 3 steps, throws. Over the middle's got a receiver right down the middle. That is Maddox with the catch and the run and the 1st down. Big 1st down there for Concordia here in the second half. Gets into Homestead territory down to the 45. He'll look, he'll fire. Looks deep, underthrows it, and almost picked off. He was looking for Johnny Washington on the far side of the field. It was the right read that time, just single coverage on Washington. Just didn't throw it far enough. Once again, 3 receivers to the top of the field. They'll throw to the outside. Nice pitch and catch and a quick tackle out there by Homestead. They'll pick up about 4 or 5 on that play, will Concordia. It'll bring up a manageable 3rd down and about 6. Johnny Washington with the reception. Johnny Washington, an outstanding player on the basketball team here. Was talking to his coach before the game. He's excited about this season. He's got a lot of returning players to this team. He said we can't sneak up on anybody this year like they did last year. 3rd down now, and the give up the middle. Interesting, Concordia has gone twice in this game on 3rd and long to a run, and they don't pick up much on that, maybe a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down now and 5. Ball rests now at the Homestead 40. Looks like it could be, once again, another opportunity for Maddox Wright to show his talents. A snap, he'll look, looks over the middle, throws into coverage, and too much on it through the hands of Washington. Went into triple coverage again, and Johnny Washington down, quickly up, and Homestead takes over at the 40. Cadets defense going to have to stand on their head here. They do not want to give up another quick touchdown to this Homestead team. They give up 2, I believe, here in this second half without scoring. We're going to have ourselves a running clock. And we'll see if Slavin goes for the kill shot right away here. He'll put 2 receivers on the top of the formation. Johnson in the backfield. A single receiver, Exer here in the near side of the field. And he'll look. Throws over the middle's got a receiver. Still on the run, and a Futchus with a big run down into Concordia territory. Inside the 35, down to the 34. Good catch and run. Quickly Homestead up to the line of scrimmage. Slavin looks back at his running back. Takes a snap, gives it Johnson. He'll try the right side this time. He's got a hole. Bounces through, still on his feet. Runs over a couple cadets and picks up about 7. We'll give him 8. That big offensive line of Homestead starting to take control of this game. So 2nd down and 3 here. Homestead can pretty much use any play in the playbook from this down and distance. Slavin waits. Takes a snap. Gives it Johnson. He'll look right. Powers forward and picks up enough for the first down. And that'll get down to about the 22 or 23. And we've got a lot of flags thrown in the air. A whole lot of laundry. And we'll see if potentially we have offsetting penalties. Nope, they'll call it on Concordia. So if this is a 15-yarder, they'll march off half the distance to the goal. And they will. That'll take it down inside the 15 to the 11. So Homestead looking to put this game out of reach here early in the second half. They lead 21-0 here, and they are at the 11 of Concordia. So they are in the Parkview Sports Redison red zone once again. This time they'll bring in a couple tight ends, will Homestead. Slavin will bring a player in motion, and I think we have a legal somebody moved. Yep, on Homestead. That'll move them back 5. That'll push them back to the 16. They went with a totally different formation that time, did Homestead. And did they call that on the center? We'll see. Big old number 66 getting slapped in the head. I'm not sure if he's the center or not. Yeah, it was. So maybe they called a snap infraction on the center. All right, 1st down and 15. Futchus in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep to the outside. He'll get to the corner and more. Takes it to the pylon. Do they say he stays in? They do. 16-yard touchdown. Oh, let's Hold on 1 second here. We've got a flag out there on the field, and it looks like they're going to push Homestead back. So they're going to call that on the Spartans. They're going to mark it at the 10-yard line where it happened. So they're going to push back Homestead a bit further here. And they'll put it right down around the 21. So we'll take that touchdown off the board. First down now and 20. So back-to-back penalties on Homestead have taken them out of good field position inside the red zone and pushed them out of the red zone now and out to the 21. And the snap and the give to Johnson straight up the middle, stutter step, and he's got nowhere to go. Is that Rusher? No, I don't. Might have been Kaczynski. And now it's a pickup of just a couple on that play. We'll give him 3. It's second down and 17. Slavin will wait now. Play clock down to 5. Takes the snaps, straight drop. Looks, throws over the middle. Oh, had him. Exer was open. He slipped and went down. The pass wasn't very good either, so that'll bring up third down and long. That was good patience there by the quarterback, Peyton Slavin. Just underthrew his receiver who slipped and fell. 6:33 to play here in a slow third quarter. See if Homestead tries to pick up half of this and go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. He looks. He fires a fade to the corner. And it's dropped. The Leaper thought he had it, and it was knocked out of his hands, and I think they're going to bring out the field goal unit. They are. So a field goal attempt coming here for Homestead. Ball sits on the 18, so a 35-yard field goal attempt here for the Spartans. Kicks away. It's drifting right, but I think it went through. It did. 24-0 your score. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
6:22 to play here in the third quarter. It's time for kickoff for Homestead. They've been kicking them short here in this game. Here's the kick, and it's a nice kick. It'll come down and right at about the 2. Kaczynski now tries to cut it upfield, slips and falls down, gets out over the 15, and they'll mark him at the 18.
58-yard kick by the Spartans and a 15.
Trying to get to any score updates we've got for you here coming out of the Summit Athletic Conference. Not getting many right now. So here's Maddox back out on the field. Needs to get his team on the roll here. And they've got to have a little sense of urgency here in the second half now. 2 receivers each side. And they'll hand it off. Short gain on this play of about 3. The Homestead defense trying to strip the ball out of there. Sawyer again with a 3-yard carry. Maddox again. He'll wait. Play clock down to 10. Takes a snap. Looks. Fires over the middle. Nobody there. I'm not sure who he was looking for. Maybe Maddox right again. Third down now and long. 3rd and 8. Three receivers now to the near side. Washington, I believe, up there all by his lonesome on the top side of that formation. The snap, he'll look. Now drifts back. Flushed out, nowhere to go, and he's taken down as Maddox, and he's dropped inside the 10. And that'll bring up 4th down and long, and it's punt time for the Cadets. Chrisman with the sack. And they're into the 4th quarter. Looks like Lures is winning 24-15, just starting the 4th. DeKalb leading Garrett 21-20 with 5:28 left in that matchup. And we're still trying to get some other scores for you from around the area. Maddox will wait to punt this one away. And it's a wobbler. Takes a hop and will bounce backwards, and the Cadets will let it roll down to their own 38. So Homestead in business again at the 38 of Concordia. Oh, now we've got the scoreboard up. Snyder and Carroll are tied at 14. Lures Wayne 24-15. Dwenger and Northside still tied at 20 apiece. And South and Northrop, it is Southside 6-3 over Northrop. So close games. Every game a one possession game in the Summit Athletic Conference other than this matchup. And we'll see if Slavin goes back to the ground here. That defense starting to wear down a little bit for the Cadets. They've been on the field a long time in this game. They do give to Johnson. He'll go right up the middle. Gets a couple good blocks and goes down. And is it a fumble on the play? There's a lot of guys diving in there at the last minute. The Cadets are saying they've got the ball. They'll say 2nd down. A pickup of about 6 or 7 on that play by Johnson. Dwenger is now leading Northside 27-20 with 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Second down now and 4. Slavin waits. Concordia shows blitz. They come on the blitz. They'll give to the outside. Futches with the run, and he runs over a Cadet and picks up enough first down yardage, I believe, for Homestead. Yep, they do give him the yardage and the first down. Yeah, a quick score here by Lures now. They're up 31-15. So they score on the first play of the 4th quarter. So Lures, after last week getting drubbed, they look good tonight against Wayne. 3:30 to play in this 3rd quarter. Slavin 1st and 10. Down at the 28 of the Cadets. Futchus again will try to get to the outside. They're going to call a hold. This play's coming back no matter where it goes to. I believe they call a hold on the right guard that time of Homestead, and that'll move it back, and they threw that flag at the 29-yard line, so it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That'll move it back to the 39.
It'll be first and 21 for the Spartans.
So they'll mark it at the 40. They need to get down to the 18. First and 22. Don't have a lot of plays in the old playbook for this one. Clock rolling here, under 3 minutes. Slavin will turn. Gives it right up the middle. Bounce to the outside. A lot of room here for Futchus. He's off to the races. Nobody's going to stop in, and he'll ramble in for a 40-yard touchdown for the Spartans. And check and look at the wheels on this guy. See you later. And the extra point. And it's away, and it is good.
That kick is good. Brings the score to Spartans 31, Cats 0.
We'll take a timeout. You're watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Here comes the kickoff by Homestead. This one's driven deep. Going to be taken inside the 5 at the 1. Kaczynski again will try to outrun the defense, and he gets around one guy, and Little will push him out of bounds at the 25.
59-yard kick and a 23-yard return.
So the Cadets will come out now. They need to get moving here again. They have not had much working here in the second half. This defense of Homestead has been pretty good tonight. They got 5 between downs and actual turnovers in the first half. They had 5 of them, capitalized on 3, and that's why they lead here 31-0. Maddox again. He'll drop. He'll look. He'll fire to the outside. He's got Wright with another catch, and he'll break a couple tackles and pick up 6 yards. Maddox Wright been the main weapon tonight for Concordia. A lot of the Cadet faithful starting to leave already. We're not even to the fourth quarter yet. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Now, if Homestead would get the ball back and score fairly quickly, we would have a running clock. Here's the snap to give. Right up the middle comes the running back, and he'll pick up first down yardage and pick up about 10 on the play. And the Cadets now will move out to their own 40.
That Cadet first down is brought to you courtesy of number 34, Victor Sawyer.
Victor Sawyer once again on the run. Maddox will run back into that huddle now. He'll fire right out of the fingertips of right, and it goes out of bounds. And he had another receiver open on the far side of the field. It's the same guy that was wide open in the first half. It's hard to see their numbers now that it's gotten really dark. I believe is it Kaczynski that's been open a couple times, or looks like maybe number 6. Is that Avery Cook? It is. Maddox quickly into the huddle. We've got less than a minute to go here, and the play clock down to 5 seconds. Here's a snap. He'll fire right down the seams. Got a receiver. Oh, he dropped it. Looking for Johnny Washington. He threw that into serious traffic. Triple coverage over there, and Washington, man, that's a tough catch. If he makes that one, that's an amazing catch, throwing it right into all of that coverage. It was on his fingertips for just a second. Third down and 10 now from the 40. Maddox looks left, fires left, and he's got his man there. It's a pickup of about 6 or 7.
Pass received by number 3, Henry Spriggs.
Spriggs on the catch, and that's a 4th down now. It looks like 4th and about 6 now, as we will have another snap here in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 5. Maddox will take the snap. He'll look right, rolls right. He's flushed. He throws it away, and that will turn the ball over to Homestead at the 46. So another turnover on downs gives the ball back to Homestead. We'll see if they bring Peyton Slavin back out, and we've got a total of 1 second left here in the fourth quarter, or excuse me, the third quarter. Looking to see if they are bringing Slavin out. It looks like they are. And they let the time run out here in the quarter. I think we got 1 second left. It's a good idea, but the officials aren't going to let it happen. We've got 1 second. An itchy trigger finger over here to our left. Is that Tim Ranking with that itchy trigger finger? I think it was. So here comes Slavin with Johnson behind him. And here's a run in the middle. Not much on that 1 yard, and that'll take us to our fourth quarter. We will see you in 1 minute here at Concordia High School.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
Welcome back here to Concordia. Scores on the SAC scoreboard. Carroll now leading Snyder 21-14 in the fourth. It was still Lures beating Wayne, Dwenger, and Northside tied at 20 apiece. And in a barn burner in a baseball score right now, it's 6-3, Southside over Northrop. Second down now and 9 for Homestead. Slavin will look. He'll step up in the pocket now, and he's not. There'll be a sack on that? Nope, he'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So third down and 9 now for Homestead. That's really the first time all night that Concordia's got a lot of pressure on Slavin. And I'm not the clock is running. 2 receivers to the near side now. Slavin waits the snap. It's a good snap. He'll ball fake. Looks, scrambles out to his right now. Throws on the run. It's a dart. But he threw to the left of his intended receiver. I believe that was once again Grant Leeper. So fourth down now. We'll see if Homestead keeps the offense on the field. They do. The ball sits at the 45. Some confusion here on the offensive side for Homestead. I think they're just going to let this clock go down and call a timeout. That looks like what they're going to do. Nope, they'll snap it. Nope, it's a pooch. It's a high kick. And the coverage is down there. Takes a huge hop and fielded at the 1. But we have a flag back at the line of scrimmage. We'll see who this is on. Could be a legal formation. Or is it an illegal shift? Illegal shift on Homestead, and they'll have to re-kick. That was a pretty good kick there by Slavin. .56 to play here at Concordia. Homestead this time looks like they're going to go into a true punt formation. And we've got another flag and another punt's away. It bounces at the 20, takes a Homestead roll. We'll go inside the 10, down inside the 5, and down to the, they'll say that it was touched at about the 7, but the flag is on the field once again. And I think it's on Homestead again, and it looks like they're going to push him back again and try to have him punt again. About 5 minutes to go in that Snyder game. And it's still the same score. Leo has come back. They now lead Angola at the end of the third, 28-15. Northrop now beating Southside 10-6. And for the third time, Homestead will try to punt. Here's the rush. Ooh, almost got blocked. It's a bad punt. It goes to the right. Oh, my goodness. Takes a huge hop and goes down inside the 25, and they'll mark it at, I bet, the 25 or 24. Yeah, they'll mark it just inside the 25. And another score update. Carroll has struck again. They lead 28-14 over Snyder. Dwenger now leads 27-20. It's Lures leading 38-15. And I just mentioned it, Northrop over South, 10-6. So Carroll leading late against Snyder by 2 possessions. Here's the pitch to the outside. Some running room there on that outside, and a good gain there for Concordia. They'll pick up 4 or 5 on that first play. And we've got an injured cadet down behind the play. Nope, they're going to help him up. So 2nd down and 5 now for Concordia. We go under 10 minutes here in the final quarter. Homestead will switch up the defense here. And another give up the middle. And it's a nice run close to, they're going to give them first down yardage, so that'll stop the clock for just a second until they get the ball started or spotted, and then they will restart the clock here. I think Concordia has realized this 31 points is going to be pretty tough to overcome, so they are just running the ball and trying to keep this clock going. That's the last 10 minutes. Maybe work on your run game. Get it ready for next week. Here's a look and a throw. They've got Washington on the play. He catches it, falls down. No, he dropped it. And it'll go back now. It is 2nd down and 10 at the 36. Maddox once again, he waits, and Homestead showing some zone defense here. Yep, they are in zone. Maddox looks, fires on the runs, got a receiver there, and he stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the 45, can't catch the ball. So an incomplete pass, and a 3rd and 10 now for Concordia. Here's Maddox again. He'll look, he'll fire. He's got Washington, hits him in stride, and he gets inside Homestead territory, and that's a great pitch and catch once again between those two. So the Cadets get down inside the 35, down to the 32 with an even 9 minutes to play. And now Bishop Dwenger leads by 1. Northside just mixed the extra point with 10:15 to play in the game. So barn burner over there at Chambers. Here's Maddox again. Looks, fires to the outside. He's got his receiver out there. And a good form tackle out there by Homestead. Second down and 6. The ball sits at the Homestead 28 with 8:17 to play. Snap to give. They'll go right up the middle again. Some good room over there on that side. And I think it's enough for another first down. It is. Victor Sawyer again with the first down. This is the final year of one total division in the Summit Athletic Conference. Next year they will go to I guess you consider it big and small, east, west, north, south, whatever you want to call it. And a good look right in the middle of the field there, and on that little post pattern over there, and it's out of his reach and incomplete. Next year the teams will split, and I believe it's 5 teams on each side, and then they play some crossover games with each other, and then they'll have 2 open dates. Talking to Bishop DeWanger, they're going to go play Moeller next year and Brownsburg. Wow, playing some big boys. So that brings up a second down and 10 at the 21. Maddox will give it to his running back. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard. Victor Sawyer again swallowed up on that play, and that'll bring up third down. It's 4-down territory for the Cadets here. And here's a fake, and he'll roll out to his left. Throws on the runs. Got a receiver out there and too far by about a yard. And that ball will roll out onto the track. And now brings up a 4th down. Spriggs, the intended target there. They had him just too far on that pass. Maddox now will look to his right. Looks good protection. Now spins out of trouble. Runs to his right, running out of real estate. He'll just throw it up into the end zone, and it's knocked out of bounds there. He was looking for a Johnny Washington, and now it'll be a turnover on downs once again for Concordia, as Homestead will start at their own 20. While we've got a break here between plays, we'll thank our sponsors once again, Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive, Tom Steel Tire, ProFed Credit Union, Ottenweller Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, Jolly Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, the University of St. Francis, and of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. The final 6:38 to play. Here's a run right in the middle. And that looked like that was number 1 on the carry, Rivera. Manny Rivera with the carry. Slavin stays in there at quarterback. We're going to get a lot of runs here by Homestead. They want to chew up this time. They snap this one. Will be under 6 minutes to play. And now we have a stoppage in play. Oh, it's for an injured Homestead player who's down on one knee. Couldn't see him because he was blocked out there by our official. And he's up. Well, that was Rivera. It was down. He's up now and walking off the field, and we'll be back to play here quickly. .609 to play here as Slavin waits in the backfield with his running back. I'm not sure if they brought Johnson back in. He's trying to put his gloves back on if they did. And a quick throw to the outside. Oh, Leaper had it, dropped it. That was pretty good defense there by Kashansky on him. So that'll bring up now a 3rd down and 7 for Homestead. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Slavin waits. Manny Rivera, I think, back in there in the backfield. Slavin a look, throws over the middle. He's got his guy, and it's enough for the first down. That is Leeper with the catch, and he'll take it out over the 40 to the 42. And Homestead can run some more time off this clock here with 5:48 to play here in our final quarter. Slavin in no hurry. See if they keep it on the ground here with Rivera. They do. Concordia sells out here and brings a lot of guys, and Rivera is able to slip through the defense and head off to the races. He'll get down inside Concordia territory, be taken down, I'll say around the 25. Nope, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 30. So a first down here for Homestead. Rivera with the big run. Futch is in motion here. They'll give it back to Rivera. He's met in the backfield, and then he'll go nowhere. He'll lose a couple on the play. A loss of a couple. That'll bring up second down and 12 for Homestead. .4:30 to play here at Concordia. Homestead will improve to 2-0 on the season. Concordia will drop to 1-1. Here's the snap, the give. Rivera again straight up the gut. He picks up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Number 1, Manny Rivera with the carry. It is now 3rd down.
It'll bring up 3rd and 7 from the 27 now for Homestead. Quick throw to the outside off the fingertips of his intended receiver over there. That was number 6, Mason Exner, and he drops it. That'll bring us up 4th down. A scoreboard back up here at Zollner Stadium. Everything's still the same. Carroll leads Snyder. Wayne trails Lures, Dwenger, and Northside in a tight one, 27-26 late in that game, and it's still Northrop leading Southside 10-6. Fourth down now and 7. The snap, a ball fake. They'll look over the middle. Gets tipped and almost picked off. And that'll give the ball to the Cadets. .3:32 to play. Maddox will stay in there at quarterback. And I believe they're missing somebody up. They need another wide receiver. They get one out there with 16 seconds to go on the play clock here, and he'll just look in there and watch for the ball to get snapped, I'm sure. Nope, he was moving. They don't call it, let it go, and the play continues. And that ball will be about a 4.5, 5-yard run. Probably a good call by the official there. Didn't really mean too much. And that was a Johnny Washington that got out on the field late. And we are under 3 minutes here in our final quarter. Second down and 5 at the 32. Here's the give, straight up the middle again. And a big hit in there, and down goes the running back. Sawyer again, he gets flattened, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 2 here for the Cadets. And another run straight up the middle. It's enough for a first down and more. Look out, Mr. Official. He made himself skinny. Man, I think big old Bubba Craig there just pancaked 2 Homestead Spartans at one time. And even 2 minutes to play here in our game, and Homestead off to a good start this season with wins here tonight, and they took out Northrop last week. Looks like Carroll could improve to 2-0 this season as well. Bishop Dwenger, the other team that could as well, and they are only up 1 late in that game against Northside. Here's a throw on the run. Washington behind the defense. He dropped it. No good. He had it for a second, and then they just knocked it out of his hands.
The ruling in the field is that is an incomplete pass, and not a fumble. Pass was intended for number 11, Johnny Washington. It is 2nd and 10 for the Cadets.
Second down and 10, $1:30 to play. And they'll try it right up the middle again. Another good run in there for about 5. Victor Sawyer on the carry.
3rd and 5.
Wants to thank the athletic director at Concordia, as long as their principal, for hosting us once again here tonight on Summit City Sports. Join us next week for a lot of volleyball, a lot of soccer, and, of course, our Friday night matchups on Labor Day weekend from around the fort. I think we're going to be doing about 4 games next week, and so make sure you join us next Friday night for all of the action here on Summit City Sports. And a quick out here to Maddox Wright. He catches another one and goes down, and we've got a Cadet down behind the play. And he's going to get up. So that is into Homestead territory down to the 37. Three receivers to the near side. They'll put Washington here to the near side as well with those 3 receivers. Maddox looks, fires over the middle. He's got his guy right in the middle of the field. Maddox Wright's got it, and he's down inside the 10 to the 7. Maddox Wright has had a great night. He is a big target. And they start the game clock again. Concordia quickly up to the line. They want to get on the scoreboard here in this game. See if they go back down to the ground game. Maddox, no, he looks, he's flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. It's a wobbler, and it's too high over Washington's head. And we've got 21 seconds to play. They'll look to the end zone this time. And, he had Maddox right again, but he got splattered out there. A couple defenders got him right as he was getting ready to catch the ball. And that'll bring up, I believe, 3rd down and 8 from the 8. It's 3rd and goal. Maddox, once again, he'll look right in the middle. Oh, he overthrew everybody there. I think he thought Maddox Wright was going to go to the back of the end zone, and he stopped. And now it's 4th and goal. Tough one tonight for the Cadets. Too many turnovers in that first half, especially in the second quarter, that they could not overcome them. And they're going to need to clean that up before next week's game. Here's the snap, 4th and goal. They'll look to fire to the end zone, and Johnny Washington will catch it for the touchdown. 8-yard touchdown to Johnny Washington. Concordia on to try the extra point. Just 5 ticks to go here in this matchup. High snap. Kick is, that got, I think, blocked, but it went through. It did. 31-7 your score here with just 5 seconds to play. We'll take a quick timeout.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope.
Kickoff's away. It'll bounce and go out of bounds. And it'll be a kick infraction. A couple score updates I got really late here for you before we end this game. It is, let's see here. Northside now down 7 with 1:36 to play. And Northrop now leads Southside by 11, 7-6 late in that matchup. So all Homestead needs to do here is go into the victory formation and take a knee, and that will do it here at Concordia High School. And don't forget to go to our website, SummitCitySports.com, and you can find all of the games and matches that we will be covering next week here on Summit City Sports. It's been a great week of high school sports. Once again, the weather's really cooperated, and here tonight with another beautiful night of high school football. And that will do it here at Concordia. Your final is 31-7. Homestead will stay unbeaten on the season, and they will look to improve next week. And the Cadets are 1-1. They've got some stuff to work on here, especially in the passing game, and get back to that running game that was pretty good last week. So that'll do it here from Zollner Stadium. I want to thank everybody for watching here tonight. And everybody have a blessed weekend. You've been watching Indiana High School football on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City. home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSM Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcast. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
In 1952, my father, Jim Kelly, opened his first dealership. Thanks to loyal customers, dedicated employees, community support, and a bit of luck, his business grew. 70 years later, that dealership has become the Kelly Automotive Group, with 14 brands and 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall. Thank you for 70 amazing years. It's been the ride of a lifetime. We hope you join us for the next 70.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.